So the super chunky granny square cowl scarf is made using 4 granny squares that are joined together using the join as you go technique. So they're all joined in a loop like so. So you see we've got one granny square here and then another one here, and then if I turn that over, another one there and another one there, and they're all joined in this loop. Then once they're all joined together at the top, you can see that I've made a border of 2 rounds of granny square clusters, and then the same at the bottom as well. So that's how we construct it together. So I've already started off by making one granny square already. So this is made using super chunky yarn and using a 9mm hook, and then I've made this granny square using 4 rounds of clusters. So I'm going to make the second granny square now. I'm going to use a different yarn in terms of colour so that you can see when I attach it to here how the stitches work exactly. But I also quite like the effect of having the 2 different colours together. I'm going to start off by using the magic circle technique, which is how you get this really closed circle in the middle. So I won't explain all of these techniques in detail in this video because otherwise it would be too long. I will show you how to do each of them, but if you want to see them in more detail, I do have videos of each of the individual stitches and techniques used. So for the magic circle, wrap the yarn around 2 fingers like so, poke the yarn through. It's kind of like making a slip knot, but rather than pulling it tight now, I'm just going to pop the hook in the top there, pull the 2 strands over to the left, pinch the circle, and then take my working yarn over to the left, and then my tail is down with the circle like so. And then you can see the loop at the top is nice and easy to move. So we'll start by chaining 3, and then everything on the first round is going to be worked into this circle. So I'm going to do 2 treble crochets. So that's yarn over, hook through the circle, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then chain 2. And then I'm going to work clusters of 3 treble crochets. So with this first cluster, that chain 3 counted as one of the treble crochet stitches, but from now on for the rest of the round I'm just going to work 3 treble crochets. So I'll do the first cluster here. Chain 2, and then work another cluster of 3 treble crochets into the centre. Chain 2, and then another 3 treble crochets. Then I'm going to take that tail from the beginning and just pull that tight, and that closes off that circle in the middle. And then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch that. So this is the chain 3 we had here, and then that was the first treble crochet. I'm going to slip stitch into the top there, those 2 loops that are between those stitches. So I'll pop the hook through there, and then yarn over, pull through, and then pull that same yarn through the next loop. So that's the first round. So to start the second round, I'm going to chain 3, then turn, 2 treble crochets into this corner, then chain 2, and then 3 treble crochets into the same corner. then chain 1, 3 treble crochets into the next corner, chain 2, and then again 3 treble crochets into this corner. Chain 1, then 3 treble crochets into the next corner, then chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the same corner, chain 1, 3 treble crochets into the next corner, then chain 2 and 3 triple crochets into the same corner. Then just to finish this round off, we're going to chain 1 and then again slip stitch into the top of that starting chain. So that's 2 rounds. So next round, again, chain 3, turn our work, and then 2 treble crochets into this chain 1 space from the row before. There you go, and then you can see that's your first cluster. Chain 1 and then 3 treble crochets into this corner. Chain 2, again 3 treble crochets into the same corner. Then chain 1 again, 3 treble crochets into this chain 1 space from the row before. Then chain 1, 3 treble crochets into this corner. Chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into that corner again. And chain 1 and then just carry on working round in exactly the same way. So 3 treble crochets into here, chain 1, and then do 3 treble crochets, chain 2, 3 treble crochets into there, and just carry that all the way around until you slip stitch, and then I will meet you back at the start of round 4. Okay, so round 4 is where we're going to join the second square to the first square as we work the round. So as with all rounds, we're going to start with our chain 3 and then turn our work, and then work 2 treble crochets into this chain 1 space. Then chain 1 and then work 3 treble crochets into this corner. Okay, so now we're going to start joining. So what I tend to do is just line them up on the table like so, and then I make sure my working yarn is over to the side. And then what we want to do is pop the hook through the adjacent corner and then yarn over, pull through, and then you're just going to work that like a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2 without losing the hook out of the yarn. And then we're just going to chain 1 to finish creating that corner. And if we turn it round, and then we just work another treble crochet into this corner of the purple square. 1 treble crochet, 2, 3. So now we want to, after each cluster, we're going to join to here again. So again, we're going to pop the hook through the adjacent space, which is the chain 1 space this time, and then work a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we are going to work a cluster here into this space. So that's 3 treble crochets over here. And then again join to the adjacent chain space. So hook through, yarn over, hook, pull through, and then just finish that double crochet off. Now work your next cluster over here. And then again, just line those up. So we want hook through there, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're at the corner here now, so we're going to work a cluster into this corner. And then again, we just pop the hook through the corner, yarn over, pull through, and then just finish that double crochet off. And then because this is a corner, we want to chain 1 as well. And then you just carry on working the square as you normally would do. So we will do another cluster into this corner. And then chain 1, and then like I said, you just carry on working that all the way around, and then slip stitch at the beginning of the round again. And so you can see here how that join works. So all that is holding those together is a double crochet on each of those chain spaces. So once you've finished this second square, I'll turn it around like that again. Once you finish this second square, what you'll do is work a third square and then attach it to this edge here. So you'll have 3 squares in a row. And then once you make the 4th square, I will meet you back if you pause the video and get to that 4th square and get to the end of the 3rd round of that 4th square. And then I'll show you how to join the 4th square to create the loop. Great, so now you should have 3 granny squares all attached in a line like so. So you can see this is the first one we did, the second, and then while I've been paused, we've just done this third one. Now I've got my fourth granny square here, and I've worked this up to the end of the third round. So I'm going to attach this now to the edge of this third one here, but then we're also going to attach this side of it to the beginning over here, and that's how we're going to create the loop, but we'll work that through together. So starting off as usual, chain 3, then turn, and then do our 2 clusters here. Then chain 1, and then work 3 clusters into this corner. So that's 3 treble crochets to make 1 cluster. There we go. So now we are going to attach to one of our squares, and making sure it's like we're doing a 4th one in the line. So we just take the edge here and just pop the hook through, yarn over and through. So it's just like working a double crochet, and then chain 1, and then we're going to work another cluster into this corner here of the purple one. I've done it in 2 different yarn colours, so it's easier for you to see which square I'm working on. There we go. And then, so if we just lay this out here, you see I want to do a double crochet into this chain 1 space. So, and then another cluster into the next one on the purple square that I'm working on. I'm just going to move my yarn over to the other side of the table. And then we need to attach to this chain space over here. So another double crochet. Then the next cluster. I really love this pattern. It works up really quickly, and they make really nice gifts for Christmas. There we go, and then attach to this chain 1 space over here, and then another cluster into the corner. There we go, and then hook into the corner from the other square, double crochet, chain 1, and then if you just twist it round like that, so now you can see that's attached. We're going to work along here, do 1 cluster into this corner, and then we're going to attach it to the beginning. So if we just work along here first of all, so the usual 3 treble crochets into this corner, then chain 1, cluster into the next chain 1 space, it's 3 treble crochets, chain 1, another cluster into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and then remember 1 cluster into this corner over here. That's 1 treble crochet, 2 2 treble crochets, 3 treble crochets. Great. So now we're going to attach this to the very beginning of the long line that we've got here. So what I normally do is if you just take it like so and that fold it over, if I move it across the camera, and then you can see exactly what it looks like there. So we're just taking the 2 ends like so, and then we're going to attach this in exactly the same way we have done all the other edges. So I'm going to pop my hook through there, yarn over, work a double crochet, and then chain 1, and then work another cluster into this corner here. Then we're going to attach into this chain 1 space, so hook through, yarn over, and work that double crochet. Then work a cluster into this chain 1 space, and then so I'll just go back a step. I just carried on without telling you what I was doing there. So I've done that cluster. I'm then going to attach into this chain 1 space here. So hook through, do a double crochet, then another cluster in here. And then, so you want to attach in this one. So another double crochet. And then we're going to work a cluster into the corner of this purple square here. That's 3 treble crochets. And then we're going to attach it to the corner of the opposite square. That's double crochet and chain 1, and then just swivel it around like so, so you can see. So now we've just got to finish off the last bit of this square. So 3 treble crochets into the corner here. Then chain 1, work a treble crochet cluster, so that's 3 treble crochets into this next chain 1 space, and then chain 1, and then slip stitch into the top of the beginning of that round. And there you go. So don't finish this yarn off, because we're going to work the next round in this colour, so that will save you sewing in more ends. But you can see here you've got a loop of 4 granny squares all attached together there like so.